Hello, welcome to the oracle readings of Ragnar-Ra, and my name is Ray, and what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to tell you a story, and I'm using the Celtic oracle cards to do that. And firstly, before we start on those Celtic oracle cards, I would also like to introduce the significator card, which is going to be from the Myths and Legends tarot deck. And I have already shuffled these cards here, and this significator is the basis of the situation. So what is the situation for you right now? And let's see what this card is. Well, we can see here this person under the night sky, and he's carrying a torch, and there are 10 wands there in this card. So 10 of wands is the basis or the situation that we're inquiring about tonight. And it does look like some of these, I'm going with the wands because he's holding the fire, but it does look like he has some of those, something in his back. Yeah, but he's carrying a light. Do you see that? And he's sort of camping outdoors here with the stars. So I'm seeing this shamanic vibe. I'm seeing someone connected with the earth and with everything else around them, in a kind of very spiritual way, carrying a light, the light within. But this is a difficult journey. And if I read that card first, this will tell you what this 10 of Wands means, what this situation is. So first of all, we will do that so we know what the cards, the following cards, the story is about here. Right, so we have this 10 of Wands, and the youngest child, it says, of the god Loki and the giantess Angrabroda. So the giantess Angrabroda, the goddess Hel, rules the realm of the dead in the Norse mythology. So Loki and Angrabroda, who is a goddess, rules Hel and the realm of the dead, because in the Norse myths, Hel is the realm of the dead. But saying that, because this is a 10 of Wands, the interpretation does say that you've been carrying a heavy burden there. A heavy burden can feel like hell at times, and it might seem like you're half dead at times with the weight of this burden. But fortunately for you, you've got the determination to carry this through to better times. So you have to grit your teeth and accept delays as part of the process here. So this burden is hard, but you have this determination. This is the light. This is like the wand. This is like something within you, this courage that enables you to, you can do this, you can carry it through. And then from there we know now what this situation is. It's this burden which you have to carry through. So this is the first card out here. Okay. So you are this. The second card is this warrior of knowledge here. Beautiful cards. These are the Celtic wisdom cards. They're beautiful cards. And I'm going to put that here. So warrior of knowledge. So Mabon has been lost since the beginning of time, stolen from the side of his mother Mordron when he was only 3 nights old. He's rediscovered when the youth Coish falls in love with Olwen, daughter of the giant Yspadon. The giant sets Coish many impossible tasks, chief of which is to steal a razor, comb and scissors from between the ears of a monstrous boar that ravages the countryside of Britain. Only Mabon, so this is the one that's been lost, only Mabon can achieve this task with the help of the most ancient animals. Mabon is freed from imprisonment. He wins the razor, the comb, the scissors that will save Yspadon's hair and beard for his daughter's wedding. What this is telling me is that you are the one, the only one that is able to do this in this situation. Also, it talks of you, your traits with this light here. This responsible, hard-working, reliable, trustworthy, cautious, conservative, all these orderly things about you. So this is about you. This is you. And only you can do this. Only you called upon to do this. And don't forget there's a savage boar involved here. So let's turn a card and let's see. Judgment of art. So this is the second card here. Judgment of art. The background is with this. The Irish king, Cormac, went into the land of promise in order to rescue his wife and family. He saw many wonders there, including a miraculous cup. If 3 lies were said over it, it would burst into pieces. But if 3 truths were said over it, it would reunite. Cormac learned that his family had been safe the whole time they had been missing. As guests of Manannan, king of the land of promise, Manannan gave him the cup in order to help Cormac with judgments involving truth and falsehood. Cormac also sees a pig that is set to boil in a cauldron. Manannan tells Cormac that it will not cook until the truth is told for each quarter of the pork. In turn, the guests around the table each tell a true tale about the wonders of the Celtic otherworld. When the 4th tale is concluded, the pork is fit to be eaten. Okay, so this is about telling the truths of a situation here. So what it's saying is re-examination of lifestyle, a dissatisfaction with life, experience embitters. So it says look for opportunities which burdens are weighing you down, which falsehoods all burdens and just to let them go in order to find a fresh appetite for life. So we know what the burden is. It's this 10 of Wands here. And you have these gifts that you're to carry forward here, like Cormac when he went to the land of promise to rescue his family. And so something that you're holding on to here that you can let go of, so they no longer weigh you down. And let's see what else this has to say about that letting go. Dialogue of knowledge is next. So let's have a look at this dialogue of knowledge. When a young Irish poet Need hears of his father's death, he returns home to take up his claim to his father's chair of poetry, making himself a beard of straw to simulate maturity. He goes to sit in the chair when he is challenged by an older poet. For Churton, they then have a dialogue, a long dialogue, in which each demonstrates his poetic skill to the other. Finally, Need realizes that his expectations have been full of pride, and he humbly admits his opponent's superior skills. However, Churton was merely testing the young Need's qualification to take his father's place, and appointing himself as patron, he formally seats Need in the chair and affirms his role. Okay, so this is about being flexible. Here's the way you can let this go, and to do this, to live on your wits, to play ball with life, be light-hearted. So a way you can remove this hard energy here, because you've been doing the impossible almost, is what it says with this warrior of knowledge. But you could have just let it go all along by living light-heartedly and playing ball with life here. You feel like you're being tested, but, and in a way, maybe it was a test, but the test is your own confidence. Your own confidence, like with Churton, who was like ready to give up here. He thought this other person was better, but they were only testing to see how he would react. Your fear in failure may also be part of it. You're holding up this huge responsibility because you feel like you will fail, but you can walk away from it just as easily and not have to go through this very tough battle, because you already are chosen here. You are chosen. You can hold this chair of superiority because you already are, as with Churton here. You can take up your role, whatever that role is, and whatever the challenge is, you can be light-hearted and be flexible. Go into your own new adventures light-heartedly. And then let's have a look at this last card here. And I realised you cannot see them very well, so I'm sorry about that. I'm going to pull them down so you can see them clearly. So the warrior of knowledge, who had to take the comb, the cup part here, where you needed to see the truth, and the dialogue of knowledge, his chair of poetry to claim his position, his position here. And there is a challenge for this position, is what this is showing me. And there's this back and forth until for Chertin feels like, okay, this person is much too skilled. I may as well forgo my claim on his own father's chair. So they're saying, no, this is confidence. You don't have to fight for your position. You already have this. And you can just let it go, as it said here. And then we have the Guardian, is the fourth card in this reading. And this is like the equivalent to the Major Arcana. And it is number 2, the Guardian. So let's have a look at the story in this. The Guardian shows the goddess Brigantia, the mistress of truth, the High One, who guards the land by truth, health, and creativity. The goddess is known as Bride in Scotland, Fefred in Wales, Brigantia in Britain. She reminds me of, with this shield here, can you see? This is like, yeah, what we call the Britannia now, but was Brigantia, this goddess actually, you know, Royal Britannia, but it's Brigantia, the goddess. Brig hid in Ireland, with the goddess Sulis, guardian of the city of Bath and matron of the only hot water springs in Britain, so associated with water here. And again, they maintained a perpetual flame here, which was forbidden for men to have. A Seer priestess is what they called her, from one of the pre-Christian Celtic roots, who's had a kind of sisterhood, like initiations amongst the women. And they guarded the ways between, which is also kind of bringing me right back to Hel and Loki and the goddess there that ruled the realms of the dead. So that's guarding the bridge between two kind of portals. So it's bringing it back round to that. It's a protective emblem placed in many houses in Ireland today, especially around Imbolc. Birch is the first of the trees of the Ogham family, the tree of beginnings, clarity, truth, cleansing. So holding this flame, this seer priestess. So what I'm seeing here, this story, this burden that you carry is a challenge. And this challenge is something only you can do, that you have these special skills, as with this warrior of knowledge, and only he could take these scissors, this knife, this comb from this fierce, monstrous was the name, boar. So something that you need to. So this is a challenge, a test. And it's about finding your truth, the 4 truths. So it's about finding these truths. And once you have the truths, you can fill yourself with this cup. And the challenge and the test. The cup is the judgment of art. And this cup, let me look at this cup for you, because it seems to be important. Is there anything I've missed about this cup here? Let me just have a look. So when Manannan gave Cormac the cup, He gave it him so he could, to help Cormac with judgments involving the truth and falsehood. So being able to judge what's true and what's false. So this is why the cup was given to Cormac. So it's falsehoods that are burdening you, falsehoods that you're taking on here. They're not true, and it's something to do with your own confidence. And this challenge with this goddess here, it's an initiation. It's an initiation. You're going through this initiation. So you are to take up a role here, a role of guardian of this knowledge, this seeing, this seer, this something like that, priestess. And if you're male, like the equivalent, a priest or a seer. But there are these, to be a seer, you have to be able to see. But you have the skills and you have this burden. And right under this burden, we have this cup of what's true, what's false. So in order for you to complete this path, you have to learn how to discern, how to see through these falsehoods, these untruths, these lies, these challenges from other people. And it's like, so there's an illusion is part of it, seeing through these illusions. And the other part of this quest, of this initiation for you, is to gain your own self-worth, so you can take on this position of power to carry your light here, you that has these particular gifts that only you can do. And in order to get to where you want to go, you have to see through the illusions, know what's true, know what's false, and understand you already are in that seat. You don't have to fight for it. You have to flip your mindset. You have to see through the illusion and also trust yourself that you already are this priestess, this priest, this guardian, this seer. The ironicity about it is the fact that once you flip the dialogue on this and you see through the illusion and you fully embrace your true self, once you find this truth within yourself, then you will be this person you're seeking to be. And they are giving you the keys here, because they're saying live light-heartedly, live in joy will open these doors for you. Live in joy. It is so difficult. It is a difficult quest. But at the same time, it's not. It's simple. The real test is to know the truth behind the illusion. And the truth behind the illusion is joy, fun, laughter, loving life, and living in this energy and being able to be in this energy while going through this 10 of Wands, which is the burden. So easy and not easy at the same time. But once you can flick that switch and realize whom you are, that will happen for you. You can let that go. It's like you have to let that go. Yeah, that's just amazing. That's just really blown my mind in a way, because I just never could have envisioned it. It wasn't clear to me at first what it meant, what they were saying about you've already got this chair, it's just a test. It is already belongs to you. And then this seer, this goddess, this initiation, this sacred position to hold this torch that this guardian holds, this seeress, this person of truth, of light. Is there anything else we really need to know about this? It's hard to ask a question at this point, because what do you say? What do I really ask? How do you start enjoying life with all this energy of this hellish torment, or this hellish situation you feel like you're in, this burdenous situation? We're looking at burden in both these cards here. Higher self-activation, that's the key. That's why you need to live in this free-flowing energy, because it will help that happen. Because in order to be free, this higher self-activation has to occur. And you can only help that through, so we have fates here, divine intervention, but we also have detours, which is again speaking of this, expect there to be delays, but divine intervention too is coming through. Yeah, you're creating a solid foundation here with the confidence. Your confidence is growing, and you're beginning to understand better who you are. That you are this priestess, seer, priestess, this person or this guardian. Being open helps here, so it could be to do with meditation or some sort of work that you do, being able to open up to channel, because it seems like this higher self energy has to come. It is like a channel of energy here, and change is coming here through this courage, showing this courage to move, to change. Maybe your perspective with this unfulfilled feeling that you're having, changing your perspective, being ready to enjoy life, to go off into new adventures, to leave it behind, to not worry about it, to let it go is part of this. And mindset through this joy of life and not letting it hold you back. Yeah, and again, because we've got family at home, it's reminded me of this cup when the inquirer here wanted to go save his family and found that his family was already safe. So your family is safe, but yeah, it's about being more present and grateful. So that also will help. But you are on this quest. You are this natural spiritual person, and with the two worlds as well, I want to say you could be a medium, a spiritualist, and the two worlds, and hell being the realm of death, could be an activation of those powers, those energies. some kind of seer. But it is like a puzzle. You have been taken through a kind of puzzle, but it's only to help you activate your higher self, to gain a solid understanding of who you are, and also to feel solid in yourself, to trust yourself, and activation of your higher self will happen. It will unfold. Be present, be grateful, and live in flow. You already have courage. So yes, this is your oracle reading, and it has been quite amazing. I didn't expect it to unfold the way it has. So it's a very interesting reading, and I hope you enjoy the way I read. And if you do, please leave me a like. If you want to comment about anything, please do. It will help my channel grow. You know how YouTube is. They have changed the different parameters of how you need to grow on YouTube. So comments are important, likes are important, and get my channel out there to reach more people so I can also help them. And then YouTube will show my videos to more people. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope that it served you well. I hope it's helped you understand more fully and answer the questions you've been wanting to hear. Remember, the universe always supports you, and your choices in life is your freedom, and you are always free to make choices, and the cards always tell you where you are in your journey, your personal journey in life. The universe will unfold the truths to you when you need them, and your ancestors, your guides, also are here to help you. Ask them for help. Always ask for help if you need it, and they will help you. Even if they can't do something for you physically, they will show you, like with these readings, how you can achieve whatever you need, whatever you want to achieve in life. So remember, they love you and I love you. Namaste.